James wanted this elegant, beautiful wine is next. This is from the producer Calla. This is called AUDAX. This is a 2015 vintage Napa Valley Cabernet Sauvignon. Stay tuned and I'll tell you about this exquisite wine. Definitely when you're enjoying your fine Cabernet Sauvignon, and this is definitely a fine Cabernet Sauvignon, definitely enjoy this in a nice Bordeaux glass. Now, I have a Grand Cru Bordeaux glass, Somme glass. It's fantastic, hand blown, and a nice silhouette. That's not the only reason I enjoy it. I think this design is nicely done. And what I like about it is I can smell the wine and experience wine on the palate effortlessly. That's a really nice experience. Again, if you're going to be pouring your best Cabernet Sauvignons, enjoy it in a nice wine glass. You may not want to get the Grand Cru Sommes. They are a bit expensive, in my opinion, worth it. And there are other nice Bordeaux wine glasses. Definitely treat your Cabernet Sauvignons with the best wine glass because you want the best experience. So I'll put that here for right now. I definitely want to show you the bottle. I think it's a nice, beautiful package. And the medallion here is metal. I think it's nice screen packaging and back label for you to look at here. Now, I'm going to read a bit of the copy. There's not a lot to read, and it's just talking about what AUDAX means. Now, there are two different Cabernet Sauvignons coming from Calla. Now, this is called AUDAX, and it says AUDAX is a Latin word meaning audacious, bold, and courageous. And it says celebrating the courage and bravery of the pioneers of the Napa Valley. The winemaker is Carrie Gott, and the assistant winemaker is Kelly Diani. And I think this is just such a fun experience and very, wonderful to have this bottle of wine. And so one thing, in addition to having a nice wine glass like this, you should also take, time to enjoy your wine. Now, optimized experience for this wine is with food, right? I definitely want your lamb chops, your beef, whatever you might serve with this wine. But before you serve it with food, enjoy a bit for yourself to experience the wine. And I think that's what people miss out on, is tasting that full expression of this wine. So I think you'd be pleasantly surprised to enjoy this wine on its own. A lot of people don't do that. Yes, there's some ceremony in opening a wine bottle for the first time. Maybe people are going to decant it, so you're not going to see the, really wonderful opening of a wine bottle if it's done at a restaurant or even at your own house. But definitely experience it on its own. So the site is about 22 acres. So the 12 acres are devoted to Cabernet Sauvignon, which is about 4.8 hectares. There's 5 acres, which is about 2 hectares of Petit Syrah. And there's going to be, again, 5 acres and 2 hectares of the Cabernet Franc, Petit Verdot, Merlot, and Malbec wines, grapes as well. So what they do in this wine here is they're going to put 92% of Cabernet Sauvignon, 4% Merlot, 3% Cabernet Franc, and 1% Malbec. This spends 27 months in 50% new French oak, 14.1% ABV. This is a $120 price point. And first of all, I can just say on this wine, it's just one of my favorite wines of 2020, and splendid to enjoy this wine. Enjoying this now, 2015. It's had time to, age just a little bit. So imagine this in 10 years, it's gonna be an exquisite wine. I think it has a capability of aging nicely for at least 10, 20 years. And I'm really taking that point of view because of the acidity. It's bold, bright, beautiful, and remarkable. So here we go first with the nose characterization. So a rich notation of blackberry, bit of cassis notes, suede, ground clove, bay leaf, and rose petals. Fantastic. And next, the palate expression. So before I'm going to talk about this in terms of his specific palate characterization. So it's hard to talk after tasting this wine because the acidity is so bold and bright and pronounced. Rounded, elegant, and wine full of finesse. So this is giving an expression of blackberry, heirloom blackberry, a bit of red cherry note. I like that because red cherry is significant to me to identify it as Cabernet Sauvignon. In addition to that, I get some fresh bay leaf as well as tarragon, white pepper, and red rose petal again. Fantastic wine, 95 points out of 100 points. I'll put more information on the producer down below. Questions and comments you can list there. And down below, there's a like button. So please hit that button if you like this video. And also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And if you have, merci beaucoup. I do appreciate that very much. And so you can find me between videos on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and WordPress. Additionally, you'll find me on my podcast, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Santé.